Today we are exploring Seattle, and there are some very interesting things to do in this city. We're going to show you what we did, where we ate, we spent the day with a Patreon member, and we even went to like one of their famous curiosity shops and found some very interesting things. So we are at Pikes Place, and we are currently driving around trying to find parking. It cost us $24 to park, so it's a little pricey, but definitely worth it. So if you're looking for something free to do, this is definitely something that I would recommend, but just keep in mind you'd have to pay for parking most likely. But other than eating out for lunch, everything that we did was free. We went to Bubblegum Alley, we went antique shopping, we went to a curiosity shop that was free to get in. So yeah, there's a lot of free things to do. You can walk around the like fish market, you know, that's kind of entertaining. So lots of free things to do. And the reason I mention that it's free is because I know with just inflation and gas prices these days, you know, a lot of people are trying to be a little bit smarter with their money. I know we are. Oh my God, this fish, by the way, is a prime example of why I don't go in the ocean, and I'm so scared of being in the water because little things like this are swimming around. No thanks. Also, it was just chilling out there like someone wanted to buy this and eat it. Like, what? Oh, there was also this Ghost Alley Espresso shop that was kind of interesting and cool because it was like, you know, spooky ghost themed, and they had this like little creepy monster on the stairs, which I thought was really fun. I feel like if I ever opened up, you know, like a coffee shop, I'd want to do something like that. And then this is on Post Alley, and it's like a whole alleyway full of a bubblegum wall. Some people think this is really gross. I think it's kind of cool, but a little gross at the same time. We didn't contribute to the bubblegum wall, but it was really kind of crazy to like think of how much gum was on the wall. So I looked it up and it said that they scraped up 2,000 pounds of gum and like a few years ago. And then, you know, but people come back and they just keep doing it. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like a cool touristy thing, you know, that people do. And it's just in this one little area, but people were taking photos. And then we saw some influencers in the wild, and it was really funny to see like other people that are filming and vlogging out doing what we do. So that was kind of fun and entertaining. And then we ended up going to lunch at Veggie Grill, and this little boy, oh my gosh, he just has my whole heart. But we went to lunch at Veggie Grill. They have one in Seattle. It's on 4th Street. And I do have to just warn anybody that's going to go there. There are some like sketchy areas where there's like a lot of homeless, and most of them are doing drugs like on the street, just like in wide open with like their needles and everything. So just be careful, especially if you have kids, you know, try to avoid that area because it was pretty close to the Veggie Grill we were walking by. But we ended up meeting one of our Patreon members here, Ashley and Kyle, and they were so sweet. Also, I got this mushroom taco. I would not recommend it. It was not very good at all. Travis got the mushroom burrito and he liked that, but I like the carne asada tortilla thing, like tacos that it comes in. That's usually what I get with, and I order nacho cheese, like queso and chips, so that I can dip my burritos in the queso, and it's so good. I would highly recommend that if you're not gluten-free, but since I'm trying to be more gluten-free now, then and Storm definitely liked the queso. It was like a hit with him. We just found this little Seattle antique market, which looks so cool, and I'm with one of our Patreon members right now and her husband, and she's so sweet. Don't worry, I will put okay. This is Ashley and Kyle, and they met up with us, and I'm so happy because I was like, oh, I get to meet one of you guys and hang out. So we're hanging out. We went to lunch at Veggie Grill, and now we're about to go antique shopping, and look at how cool this place is. Woo! So excited. Let's go inside. So one of the things I love about going antique shopping is that all of these pieces and everything that you're seeing in these stores all have some sort of history or story behind them. And I think that that's really neat, you know, like, oh my gosh. And then I found this crazy thing. I was like, oh my God, someone stuffed a freaking turkey. Are you kidding? And then of course, like my ADHD, I was just like all being pulled all over in different directions. I'm like, oh my gosh, look how cute these little suitcases are. I'm like thinking back, oh my gosh, maybe these belong to like some famous actress, and she like traveled all over the country and the world with these little luggages. Like that's like what goes through my mind when I walk around antique stores, are like lots of just like really cool stories. And then I found these really cool cases, and like for the price, I thought they were really reasonable for what they were. But I was saying like this was probably some like musician that, you know, use those to travel on tour. So it's just so cool, you know. I don't know, does anybody else think of these things when they go thrifting, or when you go antiquing? Like, what are you looking for? You know, what like gets you to want to go antique shopping? Is it just because you like looking at things that are old? And you know, like, I don't know, there's so many just interesting things about antiquing, like their suitcases, and I don't know, there's just so many cool things. By the way, my Patreon members were so cute and sweet. Like, we were just planning on having lunch, but I was like, do you guys want to just spend the day with us and like hang out? Let's go like walk around together and go be like tourists together. And they were so fun and cool and easy to hang out with. And I really enjoy meeting you guys and hanging out with you. It's like, you know, having online friends and then meeting them in person is just the coolest thing. So anyway, back to antiquing. Yeah, I just like being able to see like things that were made like a long time ago and how different, you know, like things are nowadays. The clothing, you know, the furniture, just everything is just so interesting and fascinating to me. It's one of the reasons I love thrifting, is because when you go to thrift stores, you see a lot of old things, you know, like antique things. When you go to antique store, you see everything old, but I don't know, it was just really interesting. And then I found this thing out here and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a creepy carriage. For one, it'd be awesome Halloween prop, but I was like, does a baby really go in here? Like, no, you can't fit a baby in there. There was like no padding or anything. I don't know, maybe back in the day they did. Look how beautiful this is. Ah, Seattle, you are so pretty. And then Snow, we went into this really cool shop. I don't know what it was called, but Snow found this octopus. She came in, she's like, oh, she's like her mama, you know, she would see everything and she's just like, oh, look at this, look at that. She's like such a shopper. And then, this was the curiosity shop. So it's actually free to come in here. I thought we were gonna have to pay money to like come in, but it's a store. But they have like a real life mummy, like real life skulls. They have like crazy things in here I would have never guessed that you could just come in and look. Like, that's a mummy, like a real one. And then all these little other things. I mean, like, look at Gloria. Oh my gosh, Gloria. I don't know what to say. But yeah, is this crazy that they have this in here? And there's so many other things. I don't know what I'm filming right now. Clearly not a very good job of filming feet. Oh, here I am like, oh my God, are you guys seeing this? I had to put myself in it because I'm like, no one's going to believe that I was actually here. So yeah, they just had like a lot of like weird, creepy, like cool, interesting things. Bullets from the Civil War. Definitely like a place, if you're in Seattle, you want to go check out just to like see it. And then they even had like a 2-headed cow, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Oh yeah, wait, I don't know. I'm trying to show you everything because there were so many things in there, but it was really crowded. And I was trying to keep my eye on Snow because, you know, she was like wanting to like touch and play with everything. But this was really cool. So they had all these really awesome journals. I'm kind of a sucker for journals. But they have this like cup that I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really kind of cool. I would never buy something like this, but it's really cool. And I think for like Halloween, that'd be so cool to have. And then I found these really cool journals, but there was a really epic journal that looked just like the Hocus Pocus journal, or spell book. Like, how cool is that? So yeah, just wanted to like bring you guys in the store with me so you feel like you're here. I love Frida Kahlo. Definitely an inspiration of mine. We have.
I feel better on each cheek.
Oh, you feel better? I'm so happy. Snow's here helping me with my voiceover right now. But she found this. Remember that skull you found? Wasn't that so cool? You love spooky things, huh? Most people probably wouldn't want to bring their 3-year-old.
I love toys at a gift shop.
Yeah, and you loved the skeleton and all the cool things, huh? Do you remember being in this store and how cool it was?
And we put our fingers in it, and I can get it.
There's the 2-headed cow. Now are leaving Seattle. We had such a nice time. We met up with one of our Patreon members and her husband, Ashley and Kyle. They were so cool and so nice, and they're local, so they knew like all the cool spots to take us to. So, well, you guys saw some of what we did, and yeah, we got to spend the day with them. It was really nice, a little warm, but all in all, a success in Seattle. It was fun. Now we are heading back to camp.
Moving on and let go. Add color into yourself. Now life's like a movie. Camera pose one time for the girl, Channon Rose.